Hey, Marissa. Don't forget to close the door, love. Welcome to live. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Regina. Welcome to the live. Don't forget to close the door. Thank you, thank you. Come on in, come on in. Yes. I'm giving you guys time to come on in and do everything you need to do. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. We're about to start story time shortly. Yes, come on in, everyone. Mm. Hey, sweetie. Hey, Cassandra. Hey, you guys, I ain't seen y'all in so long. Girl, what I tell you about slept by dough, sweetie? What I tell you about slept by dough? Huh? You better be glad I ain't seen you in a long time. Otherwise, I would karate-size you. But I ain't seen you in a while, so hey, sweetie, I hope you learn to wash your hands, love. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. My condolences to you and Chastain. I'm so sorry. She was on here, I think, like last week. She popped in like last week one time. And then she said she was off that night, so she popped in. I miss you too, Cassandra. Oh my God, sweetie. Ugh. Wash your hands, sweetie. This don't make no sense. You around hot water and soap. Take advantage of it. Full advantage of it. With your dirty finger having ass. Come on in, guys, and welcome to Haunted But True Story Time, where the stories are true, but the characters are family, and friends. You guys, if you're new to my page, please hit that subscribe button. If you like all things paranormal, haunted, horror, you are exactly where you need to be right now. So we're going to be starting story time soon. I'm giving everybody time to come on in and get themselves together, sit down, get their coochie critters in one room out of the way so they won't be bothered doing story time. I'm not going to hold y'all tonight. It's only one story tonight because I didn't really have too many characters. So I got one story for you guys tonight that I'm about to give y'all in just a moment. I'm waiting on everybody to come on in and thumbs up the live if you are here. You made it here. Close the door behind you. Please thumbs up the live. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that bell button so you can be notified when I go live or drop a video. That was a mouthful, but I got it out. So yes, come on in, come on in. Close the door as you come in. Thumbs up the live. Please don't forget to subscribe and like and share and all that good jazz. Yeah, so I'm going to be starting story time in just a minute. I got one story for you guys. I'm not going to hold y'all. It's kind of long, but I'm not going to hold y'all. But if you would like to be included in story time, there are three ways you can be included in story time. The first way you can be included in story time is by becoming a member. Now, the membership is baller budgetable. The smallest package I have is $1.99. You get exclusive videos and story times they don't get over here on the live, okay? Now, the second way to be included in story time is any tip over $10 will automatically get you put in story time. You can send that tip through Cash App, YouTube, whichever. However, you'll still be included in story time, okay? And the last and final way to be included in story time is by becoming biggest tipper. Now, biggest tipper starts at $35, and whoever goes over that, and whoever goes over that, and whoever has the biggest tip at the end of the night will be included in 3 back-to-back story time. So I hope we all got the rules on how it go. And we're about to start story time in one moment. So I'm waiting on you guys to thumbs up the live so I can know that you are ready to go. This is the story time. All stories over here are horror, supernatural, paranormal, but they are true. The only difference is, welcome back, Cassandra. You will be in story time on Wednesday, Cassandra. So, yes, all of them are true. They're just, people don't believe people, so I'm here to tell y'all the stories. I'm gonna give them to y'all. So I'm just waiting on everybody to come on in. hmm What time is it? 7:11. Well, I guess we might well crank this thing up, huh? If you guys are ready for story time, go ahead and give it those thumbs, give it those thumbs, give it those thumbs. Give me those thumbs if you are ready for story time. Don't look like y'all ready. Hey, Strawberry. Give me them thumbs, give me them thumbs, give me those thumbs. If you guys are ready for story time, give me those thumbs. Don't forget to thumbs up the live. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all ain't gonna close the door? Wow. That we doing that. We just leaving auntie door wide open for flies and lies and holes and trolls. Wow. Thank you, Catherine. Okay. Well, I guess we're about to start this story time. This story time will include Dion. Dion's not here, but I hope you guys like the story. Dion, I hope you like the story. Like to hear it, here it goes. Now, Dion was of Indian descent, but she was a city kid. Her mom basically raised her in the city, so she had no idea about her Indian heritage, nothing. Okay, um, so about her being raised in the city with her parents, she go, do all the regular stuff that regular kids do. She had no idea about Indian culture, nothing, none of that. Okay, so one day she come home from school, last day of school, summertime finna hit, and her mom tell her that she's about to go visit her grandmother on her mom's side. Now around this time, Dion's about 15 years old, and she had never met her grandmother on her mom's side. Apparently, when mom decided to leave the family and go get married to somebody outside of Indian, heritage and race and things of that nature, they didn't, talk to her no more. So she hadn't talked to her mom in like 15 years. So when she come to Dion and tell Dion you going to meet your grandma, Dion was super excited. Like, really? Like, we're going to meet my grandma? She's like, yeah, your grandmama, you do have Indian descent, so you need to go meet your grandmama. So she decided she was going to take Dion to meet her grandmama. Dion was super excited, but she was nervous. She had never met none of these people on this side of the family, so she didn't know how to feel about it. But when she got there, it was like kids everywhere. It was like she pulled up at a damn park because it was children everywhere, all of them cousins. Like all of those are her relatives she's never met before. So when she jumped out, of course all of her cousins ran over to introduce themselves. Hey Dion, I'm your little cousin, I'm your big cousin, I'm the middle cousin. Like everybody was just super excited to meet her. The grandma was super excited to meet her. A lot of the family was like really amped up to meet Dion. Dion was like, I didn't know I had this much family. So when they get there, of course, they tell Dia, go out there, hang with the kids, have a good time. So Dia goes outside, and she's with her older cousins, because Dia's about 15, so she's with her cousins about this age, about 13, 14, 15, 16, around that age range, right? So they just walking around, in their little area or whatever, and as they're walking around, they come upon these group of teenage boys that's like drinking beer and throwing rocks, you know what I'm saying? So Dion looks over and she see the boys, and she like, who is that? And one of the boys heard her, and he turns around and he look at Dion, and he was like, who is you? And he walks over to Dion like, oh, you looking real good. And her 14-year-old little boy cousin was like, get out my cousin's face. Don't be talking to her like that. So the teenage boy pushes Dion cousin down. And before he could turn around good, Dion was hitting his ass with a right hook, bow, knocking his ass down. The bully jumps up, his nose is bleeding. He get ready to rush at Dion, but all her cousins jump in the way, and of course his little friends grab him, and they like, nah man, stop, don't do that. And Dion was just looking at him like, what you gonna do? Because she from the city, so she like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And he was like, I'm gonna get you. You think you good? I'm gonna get you. She was like, well, you better make it quick, because I ain't gonna be here long, boo. And his little friends pulled him away, but he just kept staring at Dion. Dion was like, whatever. And she walks on off with her cousin them. So they go on back to the house, and nobody says anything to the grown-ups about this little fight that Dion just had. So none of the kids don't say nothing. They all just go in the house and eat dinner and everything. And after they eat dinner, the elders, they go to bed or leave or whichever way, they going. But it basically leave up damn near all the kids and a few of the adults. So all the kids are outside playing. Now her grandmother got like this big ass yard, like high grass and everything. So they decided to play flashlight tag. So everybody got their little flashlights and they running through this grass. Now this grass is about chest high on Dion. So they are running through the grass, shining their flashlights at each other. I got you, I got you. And as Dion was running from one of her cousins, she trips over something that made a chirp noise before she hit the ground. Like boom, she hit the ground. She turns around and she hear so she turns around like, oh my God, I done heard a dog or something. So she goes over, she shines her flashlight, and this is a baby wolf, a little bitty wolf, a little baby wolf, and she knows she heard it, cause it's like, "Arr, arr, 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 arr." So she like, oh my goodness, she try to like help the baby wolf, but it's still like crying and stuff. So Dion like, what the hell? I can't just leave the wolf out here. Another animal gonna eat it. So she decides, I'm gonna take the wolf with me, but I can't take it in the house because it ain't a damn dog. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna let me bring it in the house. So she decides to take the baby wolf over to the barn and hide it in the barn so she can try to help mend it back together. Time she put the little wolf in the barn and tried to walk out, it started making all this noise and shit. So she goes back over there and she get it and she decides, I'm just gonna sneak this shit in the house and hope don't nobody see me or catch me with this damn baby wolf in my hand. So she sneaks the baby wolf in the house. She gets past everybody with this goddamn wolf up under her hoodie, and she makes it into the room that her grandmama got for her with the wolf. So when she get in the room, she locks the door. She take the baby wolf out. She had stopped and got a glass of milk from the refrigerator, poured it in a little bowl, kept the little wolf by her bed just in case anybody tried to come in. She could just push that shit up under the bed. So the little wolf is just down there drinking milk, and she's, watching it and everything. And then when the wolf get through with the milk, she pushes it up on her bed a little bit, push a little clothes up under there to like cover it up. She turns her light off and unlock her door and get in the bed. So she go to sleep. In the middle of the night, she's woken up by her grandma. And she's half sleeping. She's like, yeah, grandma. And her grandma, in a monotone voice, says, go outside and wait for me. And she half sleep. She's like, huh? What you say, grandma? And again, she says, go outside and wait for me. And grandma turns around and she walks out the room. Now, Dion laying up by half asleep, but then it dawns on her she got this damn baby wolf. So she jumps up to see if the wolf is still down there so her grandma won't see it. And when she look, the wolf is gone. She's like, what the fuck? So she hurry up, she jumps up out the bed, she sprints down the hallway and out the door. She looking around, trying to look in the tall grass for the wolf. Like, damn, where the wolf go? And then she hear footsteps coming towards the door. So she like, oh shit, here come grandma. So she standing there like she ain't doing nothing. And she hear her footsteps come to the door. But then she sees the little wolf runs out the door. And when it comes out the door, it just collapsed. Like it's dead. It just collapsed. And Dion sees this. She like, oh my God. She runs over to try to grab the baby wolf. And it growls and bites her. Like, bite down on her hand. And then it takes off running. But when it runs, she can hear giggling. So instantly when Dion get bit and she hear this shit giggling, she just start to scream, it bit me, it bit me. She hears the giggling, it gets louder, and she looks into the direction of where it's coming from, and there stood that bully. And he was laughing loud as shit. And when he noticed that Dion was looking at him, he said out loud, was that quick enough for you? And then started running and laughing and ran off into the darkness. She just kept screaming, my hand, my hand. By this time, she done woke up everybody in the house. The young adults, the older adults, the babies. She done woke up every fucking body. So everybody's running outside like, what's going on, Dion? What happened? What happened? And she like, it bit me, it bit me. And they like, what bit you? She like, that baby wolf, it bit me. And I could have swore I heard it giggle. When her grandmama heard that, her grandma was like, everybody in the house right now, hurry up. Everybody in the house right now. So, the adults are like telling the kids, hurry up, get in the house. They don't know what the hell grandma got going on. They just like, hurry up, get in the house, hurry up. So once everybody get in the house, grandmama slams the door and she locks it. And she asked them, she said, you say you heard it giggle? She said, yeah, I heard it giggle. Grandmama said, what is going on? What was it? She said it was a baby wolf. Grandmama said it was a baby wolf and you heard it giggle. She stepped back. She put her hands on her chest. She said it sounded like a skinwalker. She said, "But why would a skinwalker attack you? You new here. Don't nobody know you." And one of her little cousins burst out and said, "Oh, maybe because she punched Roger in the nose, made his nose bleed today." Grandma look over. Roger who? Roger Matheson. Didn't I tell y'all not to mess with the Matheson boys? Didn't I tell y'all? And everybody's like, "Wait, Grandma, I mean, he was messing with her, so he pushed Junior and she hit him like he was messing with her." And Grandma was like, "Sit down. All y'all sit down." So all of them sat down. And Grandmama told them. She said that the Mathesons are a part of the Navajo tribe. They are a part of Cherokee. The Mathesons are part of the Navajo tribe. She said that they are known skinwalkers. They are witches. She said there are more male witches in the Navajo tribe than there are female witches. She said that there are they are skinwalkers in their family. They are known skinwalkers in their family. And of course, Dion is like, what is a skinwalker? And she tells her, she's like, a skinwalker is basically a person that can shapeshift into an animal like a dog or a wolf. And she said, wolf, Dion eyes got big as shit. And she said, yes, she said the way they become a skinwalker, they have to do something very like malicious. She was like the Matheson boy killed his brother. What? Dion was like, what the hell? She was like, yeah, he killed his brother a couple summers ago. And everybody said it was an accident, but then you started to see these wolves run around and they had these looks in their eyes didn't, it just didn't look like it looked like them Matheson boys. And everybody looking at, the grandmama, and of course the older people are like, the adults are like, Grandma, you just speaking of old legends and stuff, that's not what's going on. And grandma was like, yes it is. Grandma was like, yes, it is. She looked at Dion. She said, what made you go outside in the first place? Dion said, because you woke me up and you told me to go outside. Instantly, Grandma said, you had that fucking thing in my house? Dion, like, how the fuck did she know I had it in the house? Like, no, I didn't have it in the house. Grandma said, you did have it in the house. She said, it's the only way them fucking things can steal people's faces. They got to be in the vicinity of the person whose face they trying to steal. And I wasn't outside. So you had to bring it in the fucking house. Did you bring it in the house, Dion? Dion, mama is looking at her like, you better tell the fucking truth. And Dion was like, yeah, it's because I heard it. I stepped on it. I thought I heard it. And the grandma was like, no, that's a trick. It's a trick for you to bring that shit in the house. When those things come in the house, they can mimic the way other people look. They can kill people. They can make the whole house sick. Like, don't you ever bring no shit like that in my house again. And Dion was like, I didn't know. The older people like, ain't no such thing as skinwalkers. Grandma was like, you're a lie. She said, yes, it is. And don't you ever bring no pets in my goddamn house again. Dion felt sorry. They wrapped her hand up, but she felt bad. The next day they were scheduled to leave, and she got up that morning, and Grandma, apologized, told her she wasn't trying to scare her, nothing like that. But, just be careful, because this is a part of your heritage that you didn't know nothing about. And Dion was like, okay. And her mama got in the car and they left. On the way out of town, Dion was sitting in the back all quiet, staring out the window. She see the same baby wolf running along the wood lines, following the car, running the same speed as the car and everything, looking right in the car at her ass. She just staring at it, and it looked like it darted off into the trees, but when it stepped back out, it was the bully. He was standing there. You know how you like punch your fist into your hands? He was just standing there punching his fist into his hands like, bitch, you better not come back. That's the look he had on his face, like you better not come back, just punching his fist in his hand. And she was saying, Mom, that's him. That's him. But her mama just kept driving. Now, after this happened, maybe like 6 months after that, the grandmama passed. And she wrote a letter. And she sent the letter to Dion. When the letter got to Dion's mama house, Dion mama told her, your grandmama sent the letter before she passed. You need to read it. So Dion reads the letter, and the letter tells her to keep a lookout out, because ever since she left that day, that boy has been about her. He's been telling her cousins he's gonna get her. He gonna come to the city and get her. She need to be on the lookout. And of course, when she read the letter out loud, her mom was like, your grandma she was going at the end. Don't worry about none of that. She was just talking at the end. And Dion was like, okay. But a couple days later, Dion was coming home from school, and she seen a white looking dog that she's never seen before. Pure white, fluffy. Oh, I just want to pick it up. Pure fluffy white dog. She saw it. When she saw it, she just looked at it and turned around and walked the other way. But the dog followed her. She kept looking back, and the dog just kept following her. The dog followed her about 2 blocks, and somebody right on her ass, just following her. And then Dion makes a quick left on the side of a building to walk that way. So she makes the quick left, and she stops to wait to see if the little dog gonna bend the corner. And it was a woman, an Indian woman in all white, with a white feather in her head, that came walking past. When she walked by, when the woman walked by, she looked right over at Dion, and she kept walking. Dion looked around the corner, and the damn dog was gone. She looked back across the street to see the woman, and the woman was gone. Dion has been experiencing this ever since her grandma sent her that letter. She sees random animals that she's never seen before in her neighborhood. And when she tries to run away from these animals and hide and try to catch them and see what they are, it always ends up being a person. Person she's never met before, person she's never seen before, but these people know her. So Dion has been on edge like that for a while. Her boyfriend brought her a puppy for her birthday, for like her 21st birthday. She wanted a Yorkie. He bought her a Yorkie. She gets the Yorkie. Everything is all good. One night, she wakes up. Her boyfriend ain't there. She wakes up to what sounds like footsteps walking around her house. So she gets up and she hears the footsteps coming from downstairs. She goes downstairs and she can see like the reflection of a shadow of somebody in her kitchen. Like the way her house was made, she can look over the balcony of her stairs and look down and see the light from the kitchen shining on the floor, and she see a whole shadow of a person walking in her kitchen. So she comes down the stairs to see what it is, and guess what it is? It's her Yorkie just sitting in the floor staring at her. Yorkie's just looking at her. She's like, the fuck? Like, I know what I saw. Check the whole kitchen. There was no person in the kitchen. Just the dog. Just sitting there, staring at her ass. She called her boyfriend, told her boyfriend she walked the dog. Come get the dog, I'll walk the dog. He like, okay, cool. He come get the dog. Some type of way, this Yorkie finds its way right back to her fucking house. She calls the pound. The pound come get the dog. They claim if nobody come claim the dog in a week, they gonna put it down. A week goes by, and this dog is back at her fucking house. Like, walking around her house. And she called the pound, and the pound swears that they put the dog down. They swear that dog is dead. Ain't nowhere in the hell that dog is walking around your house. We put the dog down, the dog is dead. She's like, no, the damn dog is walking around my house. And they like, we put the dog down, the dog is dead. So ever since that happened, she don't trust animals. She says damn near every animal to her has a look in their eye to almost tell they're human, that they're not really pets. So she don't get pets anymore. She don't go to people's houses that have pets, and she don't like random pets that come around her house. So ever since she's had the shapeshifter situation, skinwalker situation going on, Dion don't trust no pets at all. So, like I said, keep an eye on your animals. If the motherfuckers start walking on their hind legs, it's time to send them on to the upper room. You know what I'm saying? Go on and tell God get their bed ready, because you ain't walking around my house on your hind legs. I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna take that. We're not dealing with that. But that is what she dealt with. It is a part of her Indian heritage she had no idea about for a whole 15 years. She had no idea about her Indian heritage. Her mama never spoke about it. She was a city girl, so they never talked about it. It was only until she got around her grandmama and that part of the family is when she found out about her heritage and skinwalkers, and that made her like want to dive even deeper into it to see what can happen, what else goes on. And that's when she found out that, it's true that a lot of Navajo Indians are witches, and it's the males, it's not the females. It's more male witches, warlocks or whatever. It's more warlocks than it is witches in the Navajo tribe. And they are known to be skinwalkers. They will grind up the bones of a baby and make a powder to poison people that they're around. So yeah, they do a lot of shit. All I can say is just be careful, okay? I know these dogs be looking cute. Oh, look at him, he's so cute. He cute as hell while he where he is, but when he come home, he start turning on the goddamn gas on your stove and walking around his house on the hind legs with your bonnet on his head. Then what? He still cute? Or you ready to get rid of his ass? Yeah, time to get rid of that ass. So that was the story of her crazy skinwalking type situation. Um, that's what she had to deal with. So, uh, what did she say? She said if you ever encounter a dog or a wolf, she said one of the ways to tell that they may be a skinwalker is from the way they sit. She like, you know how average dogs sit? She said skinwalkers can't sit like that. They have to lean back more. And you know, your dog don't just sit on the bone of their ass like that. But because skinwalkers are people, they can't sit like dogs who regularly sit. They would like sit upward more. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, if you notice your dog is like sitting more on their tail, put it like that, leaning more on their tail to sit versus just sitting on their ass and balls and stuff. She like, you might want to watch it. You might want to watch it because it may just be a skinwalker in your house. So, and they are running rapid for what I hear. A lot of people have had encounters with them. Um, yeah. So you can pretty much try to go on TikTok or whatever. Put in that shit, skinwalkers. Watch how many stories pull up. People are encountering these motherfuckers a lot lately. So just be on the lookout. Don't take in no stray dogs. I don't care how cute they is. Don't take in no stray dogs. Don't even house sit dogs for your friends at this point. Just be careful, okay? Because I am damn sure keeping an eye on my two. And I've already let them know the first time they stand on their hind legs, I'm opening the door so they can get the hell on. And if they want to stay here, they're going to have to get a damn job. I don't care if they got to get in a strip club, do some strange for a little piece of chain, bark to make it forward. I don't care. You're not standing here rent free if you walk on your fucking hind legs. So that's just the rule in my house. And when I put that rule down, my dog's been standing on all fours. So yeah, just threaten homelessness to your dog and they may stay on all fours. But if they're a skinwalker, get the hell off and wait. Get off around the dog, okay? Don't say I ain't tell you. Um, Thank you guys so much for joining me for story time. I greatly appreciate it. I will see you guys again on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another creepy but true horror story. So, y'all know my motto: stay safe, social distance, and don't slap the sleeves off a bitch unless she earns it. Mwah. Good night, you guys. Happy Saturday.